The Internet of Things emerged about 20 or 25 years ago. It grew out of the thinkings of several different people and labs around the world. For example, Xerox PARC, Mark Weiser, the vision of ubiquitous computing. But the idea was, people already saw the trend that computers were getting smaller, and we were going to have this ubiquitous presence of devices in our environment. So the Internet of Things really became sort of a research effort that took place, the Media Lab and CSAIL and other parts of MIT, that was about, how do we create these tiny devices that are in environment? How do we talk to all the appliances in our environment? So once again, it's identification, power, communications, and also privacy. So these are all fundamental aspects of problems that needed to be solved in order to make the system work. So after working for many years in RFID and wireless sensing and being able to collaborate with many amazing faculty at MIT, I had a chance to work, for example, with Ross Picard's group and work with autistic children. I had a chance to work with Anne Graybiel in Brain and Cognitive Sciences, putting sensors on monkeys and primates, and she studies addiction phenomena. So I started also making sensors for plants. And studying the signals inside plants. So plants are often neglected, but they have a primitive nervous system, and they can sense and they respond to things, and even plants even communicate with each other. And I was inspired by some of the work that was done 100 or 150 years ago by J.C. Bose in India, who's this amazing innovator who lived at the turn of the century in Calcutta, and he made radio receivers from rusty springs, and his radio detector was what Marconi used when he later invented, the communications radio. So all of these things inspired me to really look at biological systems, and then I realized that biological systems are enormously complex, and when you actually make tools to look at this data and algorithms to analyze this data, you can do very interesting things. And so I was naturally attracted to the problem of health and biology, and I think that's really an area that you can devote your whole life to, and you never really finish solving it because there's just enormous complexity there. And I think it also has a great social need. So that's the main reason that I sort of migrated naturally to health. And the way I got involved in mental health was sort of serendipitously as well. Like, I never in my wildest dreams imagined that I'd be working in the area of psychiatry, but I also got offered a faculty position at UMass Med School, where I currently am as well, where I currently have an appointment, and looking at how can you use mobile phone technology to address mental health disorders. So if you think of a phone, if your phone is your wearable computer that's connected to the world, connected to other people, and the phone is really good at delivering, messaging in the forms of videos, audio, and connecting you to other people. So all these things can be therapeutic for, anxiety, depression, many of the conditions that we have, and it can also reinforce through the form of like meditation exercises. It can reinforce what you might be learning or working on with your therapist. So our phone is really, you could think of it as a drug delivery device. It's a way to deliver therapy outside of the clinic, and it's really becoming an important part of mental health care today, and that's sort of the track that we're on for the future. And these are things that could be done as an alternative to drugs, for example, which have traditionally been sort of our only resort.